Not too. Yeah, we got folk watching. I'm finna get the sharing. Hold on one second, make sure. Come on, get this together. I gotta get my share game on. So, what do you want to lead into? RJ Cat, thanks for tapping back on. I don't know on that one. Let me get my share game. So, what we got today on the agenda, Brother Clack?
Well, normally we have Trevor here.
Right.
Trevor's a little bit under the weather, so the couple people that we do have on, kind of keep Trevor in your prayers and thoughts. He ain't feeling too good, so. I don't know. I've been out. I had some personal stuff going on, so thank everybody for the kind words and the prayers and the thoughts. It meant a lot. We can. I really didn't have a whole lot today. I just kind of wanted to get on just because I ain't been on in a minute. I kind of miss being on. So, but let me see. I think Friday I'm gonna go back with the Mr. Class Classroom, but I'm gonna give a little. I can give a little prelude today of what I can talk about, what I planned on. I've been thinking kind of heavy about Dr. Sebi, so I might give a little bit of info on Dr. Sebi.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like Dr. Sebi.
Yeah, Dr. Sebi. I'm not sure if anybody, the people out there know who Dr. Sebi is familiar with information, but I'll get into him a little bit. The Lions got another win. Shout out to the Lions.
Yeah, listen, was you nervous?
Yeah, I was nervous.
I was, because they
not after the first quarter. I was like, man, I can just sit back and go here, cook dinner. But then
they got spooky.
Yeah, I don't think they scored at all in the second quarter.
What do you think about the Lions right now, as far as their quarterback situation?
I don't think Jared Goff is the guy. I personally don't. I don't think Jared Goff is the guy. Like, I think Jared Goff is a little Matt Stafford-ish. Matt Stafford had the arm talent, but he definitely didn't have the decision making. To me, he ain't really. Jared Goff he's all right, but he's more of a, I don't know, like a screen quarterback. I don't really see him doing a whole lot of downfield throwing. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
I don't know. I'm ready for him to Hooker, man.
So you ready to go ahead and start the new?
I want to see what he's gonna do, man. I want to see him to Hooker.
So listen, now if you make that decision, and good afternoon, Chris. Good afternoon, Melissa Zabrinsky. So you ready to go ahead? Because you got golf for another year. You got him to 25. So, I still want to see what the young boy can do. So when would you start him then? Because you at 9-3. The Lions at 9-3.
I wouldn't start him
right now.
I wouldn't start him. I let him get second half maybe.
But these next games is finna be tight with the way the D playing.
They got Green Bay again. I know they got Minnesota.
No, hold up. Let me go check the schedule. I got you.
Green Bay, Dallas.
No, I'm finna pull it up for you, brother. I don't want to do this wrong. We're gonna do this right. Hold up. You said let me go to ESPN and pull up the Lions. I know I know it's Minnesota, Dallas, Minnesota. Them the last 3 games.
Yeah.
But it's 17. How many? Because they got to play Denver.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull up the Lions schedule for you.
I think they're gonna.
We play the Bears this Saturday. Yeah, 12-10. Today the 6th. Oh, Sunday. My bad. 4 days. Yeah. Yeah, we got the Bears next, and then we got the Broncos.
The Bears was sick a couple weeks ago. They thought they had one. Man was hitting the gritty over there on the sidelines. What's his name? What's the quarterback name?
For who? You talking about Justin Fields?
Justin Fields over there was hitting the gritty on the sidelines and everything. And then the Lions came back and scored that 14 points in the last a couple minutes. They went home.
That's what I'm saying. So look, we gotta.
They ain't really dirt though.
No,
They just the Lions couldn't stop the
I
quarterback.
think it's coaching. I think they do need a. I think they need a head coach.
Who? The Bears.
The Bears, yeah.
Who is that coach?
That's what I'm saying. He ain't too good because look at the progression of, um, damn, what's the quarterback? Now I just said his name. Justin Fields. Yeah, they need somebody that could develop him. You know what I'm saying? They got it because they got the number one pick as of right now and the number fourth pick. He just needs some weapons. You got a choice. Do you want to go get a quarterback? You want to hit the reset button? Because that's what I'm saying with the Lions. That's why I'm glad they game up next. That's what got me thinking. Is we gonna hit the reset button? Because if you take golf out, you sit him down. Good afternoon, Jasmine Beasley. What up, RJ Cat? If you take, you think it's going, would it mess up the locker room? Because I'm looking at if Detroit can get to say they get 13 wins. I'm trying to figure out how they gonna get to 12. But it's a 17 game season. If Detroit play say they get to 13, I'll let them play probably the last. I'll get it. Ooh, do you want to give him the last three games? The Minnesota, the Dallas, the Hendon Hooker.
No, I said give him the second half. I said don't start him at all. I wouldn't start him. I wouldn't start him. No, I wouldn't start him at all.
So you just
I make sure we got a comfortable lead.
Man, listen, you got Minnesota, you got Dallas, and you got Minnesota again. It all depends on how the playoffs, because you know how the NFL is. If they already got their seed locked up or whatever, they won't play their starters the last couple games. Yeah. So if we going on that, if you know what I'm saying, if some of them teams who already got their division locked up, yeah, I can see them. I can see them pulling it. You go ahead and they playing their second, they second string players or whatever. They resting the starters. Then yeah, I can see playing Hendon Hooker, but you got to get him in the game.
Yeah, no, I just, as far as starting, I don't want to put him up against the other starter, but starting defense, and I'm not saying he ain't got the talent, but it's just NFL is NFL.
Right.
But yeah.
Who was VG RJ Cat? Because I'm just thinking, I'm like, do Detroit? Because I was for a minute when they was on a couple games scared. I was like, throw the young boy in, the hell with it. Because with golf gonna be, they talking about with the new collective bargaining agreement, he could be looking at getting 40 million. Do you want to invest 40 million in a Jeff Goff? Is he a transitional player at that position at quarterback? You know what I'm saying? Is he in the top 5 quarterbacks?
I don't know. Yeah.
In the NFC. So you putting him above Brock Purdy from the 49ers. As you putting them against what's my man Philadelphia, Jalen Hurd.
Jalen Hurts?
Yeah, Jalen Hurd. Okay. As you putting them with I'm trying to think of some other good quarterbacks in the NFC that's winning right now. It's like
I don't really, I don't really think he's better than Justin Fields.
Justin Fields.
I just don't think Justin Fields has I don't know what his range, but the accuracy, is he as accurate as a quarterback as, I don't really know. I know he can run. I know he got a strong arm, but can he throw on point?
The way he was lighting Detroit up, I thought he was what Detroit was missing.
I mean, yeah, that's why I said him.
But see, the thing is with Justin Fields, how can you really judge him if he ain't got the talent like an offensive line and the weapon?
He beat Detroit almost by himself. He almost beat Detroit. He was beating Detroit.
You gotta put your mic. You turn your mic on, Clark. They said they couldn't hear you.
Really?
Can you hear him now, Jasmine?
I've been on here all this time with the microphone off.
Yeah, it had to be off. They said they couldn't hear you. They could barely hear you. Can y'all hear him now? Give me a thumbs up if you can hear him. Yeah, I'm looking at it like I'm trying to see. Yeah, they said they can hear you.
All
So
right.
I'm looking at because I was ready, Clack, to push the reset button. Like you put Hendon Hooker in. We already got. I think we was at 8 wins then. I'm like, just gonna put him in and let's end it.
Is he all the way good though?
Yeah, it's been a year from the injury. He had the surgery back in November, last November, last year.
Yeah, I think they should. I think they should let him hit the field a little bit. I do. Not start him though.
I feel you let him get some. If we can keep a lead though,
Yeah, that's the problem. We can score, but we can't keep the lead.
yeah, if we can keep a lead, just say I would love to see him get some reps in the Chicago game right now. Or do you hold him back for another maybe week, 2 weeks?
I don't know. We already in the play. Well,
Nah,
how many we
we
got?
nine and three, so
We
it's
up a
12, it's
game and a
5
half.
games left.
We up a game and a half.
I'm thinking so.
I don't know.
That's gonna be a higher for.
That's I don't know. I just say let him get his feet wet a little bit.
Yeah, he got to get hit. You got to
Let him get
see
his
if
feet
he's
wet.
ready because
Yeah, I say let him get it. I thought I was gonna be able to do the call-ins, but
right, not today.
I'm straight. I'm
Not
straight.
today.
No,
But
it's too
I got.
much. I'm already gonna. No, that's only one. Pull the parachute.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we saying I ain't gonna even take this plane off.
Oh, okay. All right.
Oh, I got you. But I got another, what's the name? I got something to talk because since we didn't get to do our sports the last couple of weeks, how do you feel about what happened to Florida State in the college football playoff?
I don't know, man. That's rough. That's rough.
Oh, RJ Cass said he was cleared to practice this week.
Oh, really?
I'm guessing
Hendon
Hendon Hooker,
Hooker?
yeah. So we should be able to get him next week then.
Okay. I don't know. That's rough because Florida State's undefeated. Am I right?
Yeah, they was
Yeah.
undefeated.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. That's rough. I don't know. But they're about to extend it though. They're
I
about to
mean,
open up.
this year in 24 coming up, it'll be 12-team playoff. But
That's gonna be a long season. I ain't tripping. I love football, so
me too.
I ain't tripping.
But I'm saying for them to, because really, if you look at it, this was crazy. All 4 of the teams that's in there, 2 is from the SEC, and 2 is from the Big Ten.
I,
I'm just Texas is going to the SEC in 24, right? The University of Washington is going to the Big Ten.
Uh-huh.
So basically, you got 4. You got the 4 teams is in there. The 2 Big Ten and even though Texas is the champion of the Big 12 and Washington is the champion of the Pac 12, I'm just saying them teams, and after this football season over, they will be
in different conferences.
Yeah, Oklahoma and Texas going to the SEC.
Of course.
So do you think? Because I was listening to I was more into watching the shows for the college football playoff selection. I was watching a lot of the selection shows.
Mm-hmm.
To see, I was watching I watched a lot of the games too. Let me be honest.
Mm-hmm.
And I was looking at how the SEC was already making they pushed for them to be up in there.
I think it's all the SEC is. I think is the best. The best conference in college football.
I'll go with you know what? It's kind of hard not to say they was not the best, but they wasn't the best this year. I'm gonna say that.
Overall,
they was not
Who
the
was
best this year.
Don't say the Big Ten.
Nah, I wasn't gonna say the
Okay,
Big
who the
Ten.
best?
I was gonna say the Pac-12 was like from man. Listen, dude, the Pac-12
Who else
had
they got outside of USC and Oklahoma? I mean, Oregon.
They had Oregon State had a good year this year. They had what was it? It was Washington.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah,
Washington, Oregon. USC. They had no. You know what? I'm not knocking Bama. I'm not gonna knock them.
I'm not either because I like that quarterback.
Because when you put them in there, all they do is win.
Yeah.
Listen, I was listening to the SEC, the commissioner when he was like, you know what I'm saying? Out of the last 17 championships, we won 15 of them, and the proof is in the pudding.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing you can do. Now you can put some asterisks on some of their championships, because I seen they say they didn't want to have, with the high TCU lost to Georgia, but they forgot Clemson whooped Bama 44 to what was it, 13?
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying? It's sometimes you got some strong teams. I'm not gonna lie. My boys didn't drop the ball every time they get on the big stage, except in '97.
Michigan?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm nervous as hell. But I was when they
that was who was that? Texas?
talk about
No, that wasn't Texas. Who was 97?
that was Michigan won that.
Yeah, no, but
We
who did they
split it
play?
with Nebraska. We played Washington State, and Nebraska played Tennessee.
Which was the year they played Vince Young?
What was it in 04 when he went crazy? The
Yeah.
03 season, but you know the Rose Bowl was played in 04.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know, man. It's gonna be
Oh, you have a blessed one, Jasmine. You say what now?
okay. I don't know, man.
I'm just saying because Michigan, don't get me wrong, but in order to beat the best, see what I be scared of. What I be more scared of with Michigan, man, because listen, they say Bo Schembechler was one of the best coaches of all time, you know, the Michigan, man. Let me tell you something. Lloyd Carr, since we got to go all the way back to field, and you used to say when they got championships, man, Lloyd Carr the only one brought a championship to
That
Michigan.
was with Charles
Woodson, right? Yeah. Even though that was Gary Moeller's team, because Gary Moeller got blowed the year before and flipped out at the restaurant, and they threw him off his championship run. That was his team, his players. But Carr, you know, he won the championship. But I'm saying, like Michigan, I'm hoping Harbaugh, because he got a bad bowl record right now. He can go ahead and pull this off. Do you understand?
But he had a good team, but it's just something about the SEC, man. That talent level, the speed, you know, like they just, you know, just big. I mean, like the Big Ten is like they're just big. It's more like a in your face, pounded down the, you know,
right.
Not really known for a whole lot of, you know, speed and finesse like the SEC
right.
is, you know. But hey, I even think that, you know, as far as whole wise go, when the SEC played the Big Ten, SEC got more wins, right?
Yeah, they've been winning lately.
So I don't know.
No, RJ Cat, I keep it real, man. Bowden broke my heart plenty of times. I can tell you.
Oh, Schembechler?
Hell yeah, when we went out there with that third was that yacht at the what they call it? Damn, I can't say it. With his offense, they was calling it a dust, a yard, a cloud, or something. They was saying, let me say it with that just running into the defense. Man, listen, Washington. I remember them gave Michigan with Steve Entman. He was the nose tackle. Dana Hall was the safety. This was what was it, 91? Michigan went out there. Yeah, man, I'm talking about 92. I was down there crying behind that game. I'm thinking Desmond, man, that Washington put that squad, man, they whooped on us bad. And when we did go back out to the Rose Bowl and whoop them, but Washington they was getting hit with sanctions and everything. So at that time, they was, you know, we won it, but that wasn't a dominant Washington team that they won. But we won the Rose Bowl.
What was that? Colorado with Michael Westbrook and Cordell Stewart.
I cried on that one. That Hail Mary,
yeah,
man. I liked the fell out, man.
Yeah,
I remember watching that with my granny. I was like, I can't believe they blew it.
Mm-hmm. That was the last play of the game.
Yeah, I'm just being honest, man. I ain't had no other choice. I had to sit back. You know, that's how I do it. I sit back and be with my teams. I'll be honest, man. You know, you can't get mad and be like, nah, I'm amazing blue all the way. But when they just dirt, because the Brady Hoke years, the Rich Rodriguez years, oh my God, man. I'm not RJ Cat. I gotta be honest, man, about it. I'm gonna be honest with you with it, man. I done seen them championships like the USC. This would blow my mind, man, because I'm gonna show you how deep I'm into it, Clack. I watched the combine. That's why I wouldn't understand it, man. Michigan was getting cornerbacks from out west, and they be running. Look at DJ Turner, the one they got. He let my man burn him from TCU quarterback, but it was the angles he was taking. Yeah. Man, DJ Turner went to the combine, man, and ran a 4.3. Go look at Michigan players, man. A lot of them boys don't be slow like that. Now, we might don't have abundance like how they have down in the SEC teams, man, but we might don't get their top players.
Well, see, that's now. You know what I mean? The game has evolved from what we know as Michigan football. Michigan football, it used to be, we get the biggest line, and we got the biggest running back, and we're going to run it down your throat, and then we're going to play action and throw it to the tight end, and that's how we're going to do. You know what I'm saying? And then football started evolving, because I remember, you don't really see no real Michigan receivers until like what's old boy name, man? Not David Boston, but what's his name? He ended up playing for Chicago to Michigan. David Terrell. You know what I mean? Like he was really like the first receiver that I remember. No, it was
Anthony Turner.
Yeah, no, not him. No.
It was during the bowl era. He had the number. He was the number one. He was playing. He was the wide receiver from Minnesota. What is his name, man? Damn, I can't think of him. Anthony Carter, wasn't it?
Yeah, no.
Yeah, he the one had the award of number one.
Yeah.
Oh, you talking about Braylon Edwards?
Braylon Edwards.
Okay.
I remember him because at the time I was at Eastern.
Gotcha.
So, yeah.
Yeah, Anthony Carter. Thanks, RJ Cat. I said the wrong name.
Yeah. But like the whole game has evolved. Then when like when Michael Vick came around, it wasn't really, there was a Randall Cunningham in them, but it wasn't really a whole lot of running around quarterbacks. You know what I mean? Like the offense wasn't really. We're gonna do a whole, RPO. You know what I mean? Like that's not. Michael Vick came around, and then it had to be that y'all got to change your defense because this quarterback right here is now either first or second running back. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
Then when he can pull it back and throw, you got to really, take all of that into consideration because not everybody got to play defense. What kind of zone you gonna play? It's gonna account for a running back. I mean, a quarterback that can run and throw. A running back that can, that's gonna run. And then you got two receivers on the other side that,
Right.
So you like the game. Went from that to now the tight end is the biggest thing in football. You know what I'm saying? Like on the offense, like you got to have a tight end. You know what I mean? Like if you don't have a tight end, then like your offense pretty much, you one-sided, two-sided. Tight end opens up the game because he gonna block, he gonna shade the block, or he gonna. Go ahead.
No, just remember they had tight ends, but it seemed like the league is a copycat league. Everybody started following. They seeing other success. Because I like I said, I remember like what Michigan problem was they would be slow fires and what I'm seeing now from
the finesse position.
Yeah, they would be slow even on the defensive line compared to the SEC.
Of course,
they had big boys 300, but they be moving.
Mm-hmm.
That's why when I saw Kenneth Grant from Michigan, when he chased down the running back from Maryland, that was a big boy.
Mm-hmm.
That's 6'4", 330-something pounds that was chasing down. Mm-hmm. And I think that's what it was in the trenches. When you see with Bam and them, just go back look at Jalen Carter.
Yeah,
before him, Jordan Davis, the Philadelphia Eagles. The Philadelphia Eagles, they two defensive tackles.
Yeah.
Man, you needed that. You know what I'm saying? Like Georgia had that. They basically Philadelphia defense is Georgia.
Yeah. Yeah. Offense too, because they got what's his name?
Swift.
DeAndre Swift. Yeah.
So I mean, but what do you do when you get when you know what I'm saying? Like I think up this way. I think I think Harbaugh changed the culture.
It's certain coaches that know how to get in tune with a player's, like I don't want to say soul, but you can
psyche.
Like Harbaugh's one, Deion Sanders is one. You know what I mean? Like what's his name? The dude who the Lions had before they went and got the dude from New England, the black dude.
You talking about he was from Indianapolis Colts.
Yeah,
I can't think of his name.
I can't think of his name either. He's one, like certain coaches just had that trait that make players want to open up and play, and get that little extra, little 10, 20, 30% when it's time. Like this is when you look at the Lions offense, like
Caldwell.
The team,
Thanks,
Jim
Caldwell.
Jim Caldwell. Like when you look at the Lions team, like compared to the last 5 years, even when they had Calvin Johnson, you know what I mean? Right. Like it was a whole bunch of stand around, throw it to Calvin, let everybody watch him catch the ball. You know what I mean? Now you got everybody trying to block for everybody else, so we can make a play and everybody can score. You know what I mean? Like it really don't matter who's scoring. It just seemed like what's the dude named Khalif Raymond when he threw that block for against Tampa Bay?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like he was 15 yards down the field and he came back and threw that block, you know what I mean, and treated him up for a touchdown. Like a couple years ago, that wasn't happening for the Lions. They weren't doing that.
Because they weren't a team. I don't think they played as a cohesive team.
I think that it was more like we just gonna collect the check. You know what I'm saying? Like the attitude of the team had to change. Like and that's what the coach bring. Like he bring that. He knows what it takes because he played there. He been in them trenches.
I still think, man. I still think. Well, I guess you can give him a year. I would get rid of him in that defensive coordinator for the simple fact,
Who
man.
else you gonna get?
It's some young, brilliant minds out there that you can go grab. Just
Who?
think Jim Harbaugh grabbed went and got my man from Vanderbilt. There's some young coaches in the college ranks that you can bring up. Because what I'm saying, and I'll tell you why. You see how bad Detroit defense play?
They do, but then they don't. It's still, you know.
Do you see how, man? Look, man, Detroit make down there every other quarterback we thought was bums look good. I'm just telling you. And the great ones look better.
No, because we didn't. No. Wait a minute. What's up, boy? We beat Kansas City.
Man, it was because his wide receivers was dropping first downs and touchdown
But
passes,
still,
man.
I mean,
Look how even though we won against the San Diego Chargers, man, that dude was he was picking
yeah,
Detroit
he was.
secondary
No, he was.
apart.
You're right about that. You're right about that.
It still comes down to coaching, man. I feel like they should. What reason I say they need another defensive coordinator? Because you got to shape your team to to their talent. I know you didn't watch enough Michigan football. Aiden Hutchinson didn't play with his hands in the ground. When he did, he wasn't expected. He played up
I
as a
think
rookie.
I think he need to stop doing that spin move, man.
But I think I think he came from a 3-4. I think they need to play him in like the Baltimore defense. I think he excelled better. He said he got the 10 sacks when he was standing up. I believe if Detroit switched to like a 3-4, Aiden Hutchinson will have a better. I mean, he already's having a great career, but I think you get a defense, but that goes back to your drafting. Like this year, they need to get a nose tackle, a big 300-pounder who can control that line. They need a strong line. They need DNs because I believe you got to play a 3-4 with Hutchinson, man. Yeah, and he do. That's what you right, I mean RJ Cat. He do. He needs some help. That's what I'm saying with your draft. They need to get him a defensive tackle.
I think I don't know. I don't really think it's so much the defensive line. I think it's I don't even know
the scheme.
Yeah, because they got big name everybody out there except for the linebackers.
Yeah, well, they got the rookie. Jack Campbell.
Yeah,
Jack Campbell. Man, I do not like the Azalone and what's the other one they got? Barnes from. I mean, he'd be a good.
I like him, but he. We need somebody like old dude that's down there in Atlanta, number 45, the fast. I mean, is it 45 or 54? I can't think of his name.
Yeah, we need some upgrade. I've been saying Detroit because that's what I'm saying. If you go to a 3-4, you can really help. You can help them out, man. Detroit to be helped out a lot way better because you can use Aiden as a rush in, but as a stand up. You know what I'm saying? With his hands ain't in the dirt.
I think he need to stop doing that spin move. Every time he spin
right into a hug.
He spin right into another dude, and then the quarterback went right up the gap, and then he got a
right.
hug, you know what I'm saying? Like,
but if you can get you another DN on the other side, I think they need like a strong side, somebody like maybe 6'5", about 3 something.
I was reading articles. They was talking about getting Chase. What's that boy from
Young?
Yeah, Chase Young.
Then ain't he at the 49ers? Ain't he? They're from Washington.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. They need some, but you got to get these players because they got some talent. You got to think they got the what's the safety from Alabama that they got the nickel back? Brian Branch, and they had the other guy from Joseph from Illinois. Man, he the free safety, man. Detroit got some talent to really work with, but they do need to upgrade. I'll give you that. Detroit need to. I think what Detroit need now, they need a D tackle. They need another linebacker. They need a coverage linebacker. They need a hellraiser. They need a linebacker and probably and another cornerback. They need a shutdown corner.
They got the best corners in the league, supposed to.
Man, I don't know. You've been watching the same game I've been watching, man. Them quarterbacks been throwing for 300 yards on Detroit, man.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. They throwing for over 300. I believe they need a defensive coordinator who can come in because look, he done been there, man. This defense ain't looking no better. It look like it's regressing.
I don't know, man. They got their games, man. But
Detroit not even a top
that's
15
that was
defense. Clack.
Carroll.
Oh, it was. They not even a top 15 defense, man. And I think that's what's hindering gonna hinder Detroit in the playoffs. Because remember, if they make it to the playoffs, man, it's only gonna get tighter.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they gotta, when certain defense, when other defense, because Detroit had problems with when them other defenses bogged down their offense, and their offense can't get to going.
Mm-hmm.
Detroit defense be getting exposed in them type of games.
Yeah.
See, if they had at least a top 15 defense, Detroit can probably win 2 playoff games. I say they can get to the NFC Championship. You're not finna get there with no 30-second defense, man. It's not gonna happen. And now if they can get them, if Detroit can build a top 15 defense, because now they need to work on the defense.
Mm-hmm.
They build a top 15 defense. I can see Detroit. I can see Detroit winning. I can see them, creating some noise, but their defense got to catch up to their offense. Because they got a top offense. They just need to get a top 15 defense.
Yeah. I can see that.
Yeah.
I can see that.
And I'm telling you, once they get a top 15 defense to go with a top 20 offense, or if you got to say you got a top 10 offense, you get a top 15 defense, man. You look at Kansas City. Kansas City got a top offense. Their defense is, it flirts around.
It's not what's up, really.
But it's manageable.
They got their little times, but I don't know.
So they probably like a top 17 defense, but then got 2 championships. But they got it's the difference when you got a top rated offense. When you got like in the top 5 offense, yeah, you can afford to have like a top 20 defense. But when you got like maybe a 10 on down to 17 offense, man, you got to have you got to have a top 15 defense to complement your top,
right, of course. Right.
And until Detroit can get that defense together, Detroit can win 10 games, 11 games, 12, but sooner or later that defense is going to get into a shootout with a hype. Look at Baltimore, work them every time, even though they lost 3 games. Look how Seattle. Then it comes down to the coaching. That's why I say we might need another defensive coordinator.
Yeah, I like them.
And I do agree with you, RJ Cat. I think that now it's time to build a defense up. I believe they need interior D linemen. They need another linebacker, and they need a shutdown corner. What I mean, they need one corner that you want him, and you got him by yourself all day. We'll throw you some safety help. Yeah, we need a shutdown corner. We got the safeties. Give us a shutdown corner and throw us another. We need a linebacker, man. I would love to play a 3-4, but you got to have the players. See, we need a D tackle, a space eater. Then we need some wicked strong side defensive end. Put another middle linebacker in there with Jack Campbell. Mm-hmm. We're gonna have a field day. We're gonna have a field day. Yeah. I'm telling you, that's how they can get it, man. You gotta have. Man, everything is defense. That's just like, and let me get back to college. I was finna forget. Florida State defense scare me.
I haven't seen Florida State. I haven't really watched. I did a lot of watching the Colorado this year, and trying to see what was going on with them. So I haven't really paid no attention to Florida State. I do know it's Florida State or is it Miami? They got the young quarterback. One of them got a young quarterback. I think it might be Miami. But no, Florida State got the. No, I think I have watched them.
I watched a couple of their games. I watched the LSU game. I watched the Miami game. It was somebody.
I think I watched the Miami game too.
And was it the Notre Dame game? Did they play Notre Dame? I might be off of that. No, you're right, RJ Cat. They're gonna be rough whoever they get a coach. I just believe they get a coach. If they get a coach, they get the right coach to demand that talent. That's what I'm saying. Just like it's just like, man, listen, I'm listen, dude. I can't get off that college football playoff, but I just hope they don't choke, man. Michigan don't get up there and choke. Shit, man.
They playing Alabama.
Yeah, but we playing them in the Rose Bowl.
It don't matter where we playing them at, man. It's still Alabama, man. Now, I'm not saying that Michigan ain't got the, it's just it's gonna be a different SEC is a different kind of football, man.
Oh, we're gonna show them what the Big Ten all about.
I'm with the Big Ten, I'm with the Big Ten. I'm just saying it's a different kind of football, man.
But I don't think this that Bama team that was like that. That you can be I think if it's the time to beat them, this the year. I believe the rest of, because you got to understand, man, I was tripping off Ohio State quarterback dipped. Transfer portal.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, he transferred.
It was like him and like 10 other people.
Yeah, they got the number of recruiting class coming in. They got some boys coming in. I was tripping off like, man, you know what? Do you understand, man? Ohio State offense that boy was putting up some numbers on Michigan, even though Michigan pulled it out.
You talking about Marvin Harrison or the quarterback?
He got to get Marvin Harrison the ball. And that's what I'm saying. People forget. Ohio State took Georgia to a field goal when they played back in January earlier in the year. Ohio State was right there. They was battling with Georgia, man. You know what I'm saying? But I think Ohio State, they built their team to contend with the SEC. Because if you look at their quarterbacks from what's his name, C.J. Stroud.
Mm-hmm.
Man, C.J. Stroud doing this thing in Texas.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
You know what I'm saying? I think with Michigan, like Michigan built their team when Harbaugh first got there. He was building this team to win the Big Ten. And I think he built his team to dominate the Big Ten. And what happened when he ran into Georgia the first time, like you said, that SEC is something different. Mm-hmm. He seen, because if you go look, when he lost, then when he got there, I think the TCU thing, I think they got to, because they made it back. They blew Ohio State out. I think they went to blowing, how you can blow your own horn?
Mm-hmm.
I think they was, we're going to do TCU. I run a game.
Yeah.
And Donovan Edwards got that one run, and they shut that down. And it was like, even though when people seem to forget, because like I said, I be watching a different sport podcast when they was breaking certain stuff down. Man, JJ really had Michigan in the shootout with him when he brought him back, but he did throw the two picks, pick sixes that put him in the hole. You know what I'm saying? If you take away them two pick sixes, it's a different ball game. And I think Harbaugh seen after that, okay, because that was Texas. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Texas still part of the Southwest.
It's Texas football by itself.
It's something serious.
It's something different.
Mm-hmm. So when you looking at it, you like, Harbaugh looked like, damn. Then he looked at that transfer portal. Look at the lineman he went and grabbed. He got the center, Drake Nugent from the West Coast. Mm-hmm. Ladarius Henderson from the West Coast. He went and grabbed some, even Hitton, because him and Nugent came from the same school, Stanford.
Yeah.
I think Ladarius Henderson came from Arizona State. Mm-hmm. To bring these linemen in. He was looking at, he ran it, he seen Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis. He seen them.
Yeah.
He seen that. He was like, damn. You know what I'm saying? He knew he had to beef that interior up.
But they're big like that and they can move too. They're just not big for nothing. They can move. They can move some stuff out the way. Like, he's not gonna run a whole bunch of stretch plays on them. Like,
right.
They're gonna meet you out there.
Like, and gonna thump. Yeah. And I think that's what he hit. He ran into, and he like, cause you go see his recruiting. Mm-hmm. Mason Graham, he got him from out there in California. I think he like 6'1", 6'2", 6'3", 300. Then you Kenneth Grant, 6'4", 330 pounds, but that can move. These ain't no just
just big for nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The DNs. When you look how he constructed it, I think he constructed this defense to compete with the SEC, but I gotta see if his offense compete with him because, and I do believe this, that in order to beat Bama, you got to pass that ball. He's not gonna be able to play bully ball with Bama. Only one I seen play bully ball with him was that Ohio State team with Ezekiel Elliott when he was running through Bama.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When he went, but like my cousin said, they were so scared to lose to the SEC team, they went cat daddy crazy on Bama.
Yeah, they did. That was a good game.
And that's when but Ezekiel Elliott was the first round top 5 pick that went to the Cowboys. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
They had a lot of talent on that team. Mm-hmm. You know, so when you look, and I'm saying, I only seen one team that ran them like that, and that was that Ohio State team. But they had some talent on that squad to win it. That's what I'm saying. Do Michigan, like Harbaugh, not gonna be able to play that third down in the club, third down in the dust football? That's Nick Saban to put 7 in the box. Yeah. The game gonna come down to JJ.
They're gonna have to keep him off his back. They're gonna have to keep him. They're gonna have to keep his jersey clean. They're gonna have to keep it from getting sacked. Like, and I don't know if
the O line.
The O line is gonna be able to contain that D line the whole game, man.
Well, I'm gonna say this: they got a month to heal up.
I don't know if that's gonna be able to. I don't know.
I think this probably could have been the best matchup because I didn't really want to see Washington or Oregon because Oregon, you know, they gonna.
Now, see, Oregon would have been. That's.
But when you played Ohio State, fires them receivers, Michigan have played offenses like that.
I think Michigan can. I think Michigan can lose to all 3 of them, and that's just, you know, I'm rooting for Michigan, but I think they can lose to all 3 of them.
I believe they beat Bama, they gonna win it. I believe, but I'll tell you this though. Bama think they're gonna run into Texas again, man, and think they're gonna beat Texas. Man, Texas came to your crib and put it on you.
Yeah.
That's why
Texas got a different. They got a yeah.
I know RJ Cat giving Saban a month to prepare not good. No, it's not. But I'm gonna say something. Jim Harbaugh did it in the pros, even though he didn't win the Super Bowl. But damn, man, you
again. He one of them coaches that can, you know, can get players, you know, to get that extra.
Man, we got to win this game against Bama. I mean, I don't believe RJ Cat Bama is as strong as they was. Like,
they're not.
I don't think even Melrose, that's the quarterback now. And I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't impressed by him, but he did figure it out. To me, he like a running back trying to play quarterback.
Yeah, and he big too.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, like dog, like he's big.
That's what I'm telling you. Them linebackers finna run into some. They got
he ain't scared neither.
No,
like, so that's the part. You know, I like his heart. I like his heart. You know, so I don't know, man. We gonna see.
Yeah, I mean, because
because Michigan ain't played they haven't played that style of offense. You know, they haven't played that type of quarterback. You know, they haven't had to deal with that.
Because they was able to, and you know, they was able to really shut down. Like man,
Michigan ain't really had to play nobody this year except for Penn State, Ohio State, and Maryland. They like all the rest of the games was, you know what I'm saying, like
the same ones Ohio State played, but Ohio State played they easy games. At the end, right before Michigan was their hardest game. Michigan played they easy games.
The whole Big Ten, like, it really ain't. I don't know, man. Like, Michigan is good, but I'm just not I just don't think that they're as good as we think that they. You know what I mean? See, like their record reflects right now.
But see, that's what that's why I disagree with you. At the SEC ain't as strong as it was this year. They were 6-4. I mean, they was they lost 6 games to 4 games out of conference. LSU is not that high.
About Alabama.
No, I'm telling you, the 2 teams, just like with Michigan, the SEC and the Big Ten, I'm just Bama and Georgia. Mm-hmm. Them some dogs right there. Them the big boys.
it's Georgia than Bama. But even though Bama just lost, I mean, just beat Georgia, but I
Yeah,
still think
but
Georgia's a better
Georgia was
team.
they was injured. They had
Yeah, I think
injuries,
Georgia's a
man.
way better team.
It was injuries. If they play again, I believe, and then plus Bama wasn't playing once old Nick Saban got that.
Yeah,
He went to
yeah,
work. They knew they played like they was scared. Like
yeah.
you know how you be scared, you don't want to lose when you finna fight. That's how they play. I ain't gonna get whooped. But I'm gonna still say, but I don't think LSU was that good. I don't think Texas A&M was that good. I don't think Arkansas was that good. I don't
I
think,
like Arkansas.
but I don't still think they was
Yeah.
that good. I don't think what's the other team that they had up in there? Far as Ole Miss, I don't think they was that
Would
good.
have had that good catch though.
Yeah, but I be thinking, look at they out of. I mean, I don't think there's that Kentucky. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna
They were
say
supposed to.
I don't think Kentucky could beat Michigan. I don't think LSU would beat Michigan. You know what I'm saying? I believe Bama and Georgia could beat Michigan if it's teams that could beat them. I don't believe Ole Miss can do it. Arkansas, Mississippi State. I don't believe them. Yeah, yeah, they top heavy like the Big Ten. Cause all you gotta go do is, you go back and look. You got okay, it's the three teams in the Big Ten. I'll go with, but you can't because Iowa they won their side. They went
Yeah,
10
but
and
how many?
2 with defense.
The team this is teams like Iowa and
Wisconsin is down this
Wisconsin.
year.
You know what I mean? Like, but see, there's teams like that. They got a whole bunch of 2 and 3 star recruits that
Yeah,
give you a hard time every single year.
yeah.
Like if you Michigan go out there and get them
And
four
then
or five
Missouri.
stars.
I don't think Missouri can beat Michigan, and they met.
Missouri still in the SEC.
Yeah, they're in the SEC. They've been taking shots at the coach though.
They need
Missouri
to go
coach
ahead and
was
move
he was
around.
mad. Yeah, he was mad. But I'm saying they had them, but they played Bama tough. They played, but man, I'm not gonna say you can put them in the Big Ten. They're gonna be running wild. People finna find out with Washington and Oregon. Listen, man, I remember when Penn State was independent, when they had Kajana Carter
Kajana
and
Carter,
Kerry Collins.
yeah.
I go back. I remember when they was independent.
I was in
What
like
happened?
7th grade then.
Yeah. What happened when they joined the Big Ten? They eventually got they got there with they played it, they cheated them. I feel they should have got part of that championship.
Was that LeVar Arrington and them too?
No, that was Kajana Carter before them.
Right.
Yeah, this was like 93, 90, I think the 94 team. They should because they went undefeated, but they beat Oregon in the Rose Bowl. And they didn't get them, they didn't get the part of the championship. But they went through the Big Ten. People in them, they didn't understand that. It took them a minute to adapt to the Big Ten, man. That's like any conference. It's gonna take a minute. They wouldn't just they thought they was gonna just come up here. Remember, they was playing the Miamis and all the other
I think
schools.
Washington to come through. I think them two schools gonna be good.
I think it's gonna be rough. I know I'm gonna say
think
they're
it's
gonna
gonna be good.
adjust, but when Washington gotta come to Columbus in October, November, especially USC, watch you start seeing them recruiting different. Watch you start. It's gonna be different. See, Michigan, them gonna be cool. They're gonna the hours and stuff. It's gonna be straight going out there in September and October. But man, I mean August, because they weather. But man, when they gotta come here and play in this cold,
It get cold
imagine
in
playing.
Oregon.
Do it get cold like it is gonna be in Illinois when they gotta come to Champaign?
Yeah.
Do it get cold like that at USC too?
Nope.
Did it get cold like that for UCLA? Because these Los Angeles teams.
But they still got to play USC, UCLA, and
Yeah, but
Oregon
I'm saying,
State. I
but
mean,
they
they
gonna
got to
be
play Oregon and Oregon State and Washington
yeah, but this first round they coming to the
and Montana. It'd be cold out there.
yeah,
No, that's Mountain West. My bad.
yeah. That's what I'm saying. Them teams finna come. Oregon, yeah, they see some snow,
Yeah, they play Colorado. You know what I
but
mean? Like
that cold
Colorado
ain't gonna
State.
hit like it's finna hit in the shy when they say it's 2 below.
I don't know, man. That mountain gust, that wind. You know, I don't know. But I'm gonna get these couple little facts real quick, and we can get up out of here.
Yeah, go ahead.
We
Let's
going
do
on
that.
Friday. I'm gonna do the go back. We're gonna go back to Mr. Clack class on Friday, but I'm gonna just give y'all a little prelude about Dr. Sebi. Dr. Sebi was a holistic doctor from Honduras, I believe. Yeah, he's from Honduras. Um, and he's tied to people like Teddy Pendergrass and Left Eye, huh? Yeah, I know. He mysteriously died. Mysteriously. Lisa Left Eye, Magic Johnson, Michael Jackson. Uh, let me see, a couple other people. Um, but Dr. Sebi actually was sued by the United States government. Did you know that part?
Yeah,
You knew that?
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I told I had a group of my seventh graders do a project on Dr. Sebi. So a lot of this stuff I didn't really know. I knew the basics, a little bit about Dr. Sebi, but after we all did that, research project, and I started going in depth, and I'm like, dang, this dude like really cured AIDS in 77 patients.
Right.
Like, and cancer and lupus and all these other different ailments and everything. Um, so I just wanted to, Friday when I come on, I'm gonna have a full, um, kind of like a little bit of lesson about Dr. Sebi. So give you all a little bit of info on Dr. Sebi. Um, but he basically believed, or he teaches that the basic basis to all sickness is through mucus. So if you eat foods that basically cause you to have, create, less mucus, then it'd be, the less likely to become sick. So, you know,
So that's what it'll be on Friday.
yeah.
Well, peace, family. We'll see y'all for Friday. I had to step in because Trevor was sick. Peace.
All right.